This episode of Congratulations is brought to you by the Cash App. All of us babies use the Cash App, which is why it's the #1 finance app in the App Store. And now the Cash Card is more powerful than ever with Cash App's latest feature, Cash Boost. Download the Cash App, get your free Cash Card, and select your boost. Save money when you swipe on stuff like coffee, Chipotle, Shake Shack, and more. Download the free Cash App for iOS or Android now. Hey guys, don't know why, but when I was talking into the microphone and breathed in, I breathed in a fucking hair. And there was a hair on my microphone. Now, the weirdest thing is, it was a fucking coarse, blonde dog hair. I guess it could have been from Salmon Butters, but that's very weird. You guys, it's episode 77. Download my app in the App Store. Crystalia, type that into the App Store, and you can go along with us live right now. It's the only way to listen to my podcast and watch my podcast live. Some people are on there right now saying, "What's up?" And I'm looking at them, and I'm commenting them. Somebody writes, "What's wrong, Dad?" I don't know why. I don't know. I was going to bed, but babies don't sleep. And they put a space in between SL and EEP. That's very, 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 very South American to make that kind of a mistake. Anyway, what's up? So we're sitting here. It's episode 77, and I'm going to be in Houston. Let's get that out of the way. I'm going to be in Houston Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You understand me? I'm going to be in fucking Houston, sliving it up, dude. I love Houston, and I know it's going to be 175 degrees there. And I know it's going to be humid as shit to make it feel like 210. And I know I'm going to see cowboy hats. And I know I'm going to see cowboy boots. And I know that that's going to make me upset. But I love Houston. And I'm going to perform there. It's probably sold out. I'm not sure. But there are maybe a few tickets left. So go. You know, I don't think it's sold out yet. There's probably some tickets available on certain nights. But, so yeah, I was getting my coffee earlier at my spot, and, oh, cool, looks like, oh, man, how annoying is it when you get like a little bit of a boogie up in the top of your fucking nose, and you're still doing it like that, and it sounds like you're on coke, and then people are like, you know what I always, like, I have such a fucking thing about how people, because I know people think I do coke and shit when they see me on stage and do all this shit, because I'm very, like, animated and stuff. I don't do drugs, but I'm always, like, conscious of that, so anytime I, like, wipe my nose or have to sniff, I'm like, oh, great, people are going to think I do coke even more now. So I was getting my coffee, and the fucking guy, and the guy was trying to TMZ me, and I was just, like, he was like, "Hey man, what's up?" I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" in the coffee shop, and he was like, "Do you mind if I interview you afterwards?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know, man. I'm like fucking tired of shit, but we'll see." And I left the place, and I pretended like I was on the phone. I hate doing that. I hate pretending like I'm on the phone because it makes me feel like a bitch. But it's better to just. I don't want to do that. I want to be a guy that's just like, and I am. I'm way more like this than anybody I know. I say to people, no, you know, and I look in their eyes and I make them feel that. But like sometimes I just don't want to have to use that energy, and I just want to I'll just pretend I'm on the phone. It's a bitch move, dude. We're all bitches. I'm a bitch a little bit, right? But it's okay. At least one fire is dressed like Ace Ventura right now. He's got a fucking Hawaiian shirt on, so that's cool. Yeah, so I did that and I got out of it. I don't know. I don't mind doing TMZ stuff sometimes if I'm like feeling it. But like, dude, this guy hit my car the other day. Like, it wasn't a bad thing. No cuts showed up on my car. But he was like, he got out, and TMZ got out. This other TMZ guy was like, "Hey man," and I was like, he with his camera, and I was like, "Hey man," like I just got out of my car because somebody hit me, and he was like, "What's up, dude?" And I was like, I just got into an accident, man. And he was like, oh, and he wasn't filming me, but he was like, you want to like make it funny or something? And I said, oh, no. You know? Do you want to make it funny? Also, you're not helping me. You know? TMZ needs content. I don't know. I don't really watch TMZ, and I mean, I've seen it when I'm on it and all that shit. But, you know, don't come up to a guy unless you're trying to just film the accident and it's like, Chris D'Elia got in an accident. I don't want to do a fucking interview. What the heck? Chris D'Elia got in an accident? Uh-oh. What does that mean for season 3 of Whitney? Why do they have that guy, you know? What the heck? We caught up with Tracy Morgan and he had a parrot outside of... What's that fucking restaurant? What's that restaurant? For fuck's sake, dude. I can never remember the fucking thing I want to remember, dude. I'm going. My memory is... I'm 38. My memory's... It's just gonna go, dude. What's the fucking... Catch. That's the fucking goddamn restaurant. It's one word and it's so easy to find. We caught up with Tracy Morgan and he had a parrot at Catch. Would have been so much funnier if I just said it when I fucking said it, dude. But I didn't. Said it and forget it. You ever see that fucking infomercial with the fucking guy? Dude, that guy jizzes so much. You know what? That guy, dude, said it and forget it. And then it burns. Set it and forget it, and it burns. Nope, you got to remember, you got to end up taking it out of the fucking goddamn oven. Otherwise, your house burns down. That's how it should be. Set it and forget it until you got to remember, and you take it out of the oven. Otherwise, your house burns down. That should be the fucking whole thing. Then, dude, isn't it? It's by Ronco. That's the most... Dude, just sum it up. 6 lobster tails... And they taste amazing. This guy looks like a Duracell battery guy. Remember those guys with the fucking Duracell battery in their backs? Dude, imagine getting a Ronco rotisserie fucking twister or whatever the fuck it is. Ronco Showtime rotisserie and barbecue compact model. Put the beans and the fucking carrots in there. And the rotisserie, set it and forget it. Then take it out, eat it, and it tastes dry as shit. And they always have to eat it, and they're like, wow. Okay, wow. Okay, wow. That's what the fucking girl always does. She'll eat it, and she'll be like, okay, wow. Shut up, dude. It sucks. I want to do one of those. And I want to get it. I want to set it and forget it. And then they always have it fucking... Now, we already made one. And they have it like, and it's just in there, and you just wait 25 minutes, and it'll be golden. And then they always have one that's already done, and they pull it out, and they taste it, and she eats it, and she goes, wow. Not in it. I don't know, you know? I don't fucking know. But Ronco, that fucking name Ronco sounds like the fucking 4th best soccer player. Isn't there a guy named something like that? Ronco? Ronco scores! Ronco dribbles it down the court and court, it's a basketball. Field. Anyway, yeah. Set it and forget it. I don't know, man. This guy came up to me the other day when I was sitting having my fucking coffee. Dude, I'm an old lady. I don't give a shit, man. I'm an old lady. I have coffee, and I fucking sit with my friends. Sometimes I sit alone, and I do my shit. It's like I might as well be doing a crossword. But this fucking guy came up to me, and he was like, hey, man, is this seat taken? And I was like, oh, dude, there's an open seat over there, and I pointed over there. He looked like fucking T.I., kind of. And he was like, yeah, but he's like, I just want to ask you a few questions. I was like, man, what's going on? What? Didn't want to, you know, should have read the signs. And he says, I was just like wondering, you know, because I want to be a comedian. I'm a comedian, he said. I said, I'm a comedian, and I wanted to, you know, just pick your brain a little bit. And like, you know, first of all, no. You know? Second of all, there's no second of all. First of all, no. Second of all, there's no second of all. But he was like, I'm a comedian, and I wanted to, I moved out here a few months ago, and I just wanted to I wanted to get out here, and like, my uncle was like, man, you got to do the open mics, and you got to like get good that way. But like, I'm not about all that, I'm like, I already got some stuff, but like, I'm just trying to like skip all that. And I was like, yeah, you can't do that. And he was like, yeah, but like, I mean, like, like, I know like that's not cool to say, but like, I could do it. He's like, I just got to get up there. And I was like, well, have you ever done stand-up? And he said, nah. I said, oh, so you're not a comedian? And he said, well, no, I mean, if I just get up there, I'll figure it out after a few times. And I was like, hey, man. He was like, is there any way like I could get your contact info? And I was like, nah, I'm not going to give you my number. And he was like, what about your manager? And I said, hey, man, you're not going to do anything with this info. You're not going to fucking get in touch with my manager. You're just talking bullshit. So, okay, my manager's at 3 Arts. Go fucking email him. He's like, all right, man, all right. He fucking had this whole conversation with me, wasted my time. Like, he's not going to do it. He's not going to fucking do it. People love talking about what they're... You know how I know he's not going to do it? Because he's fucking coming up to me and asking me for tips. That's why I know he's not going to fucking do it. I didn't ask anybody for tips. I just fucking went up there and I did it. That's how you be a comedian. You don't have to fucking ask anybody for tips. There's no tips. There's no shortcuts. You just go. You set it and forget it, dude. You get on stage and you set it and you forget it. Dude, how about in Houston, Texas, it's 100 degrees. Move. It's 100 fucking degrees right now in Houston, Texas. Move. Precipitation, 10%. Move. Humidity, off the charts. Move. Set it and forget it. Like, it's like, how many... I don't know, but it's so weird how people just want to waste your time because they want to feel good about themselves. Like, I mean, I always go back to this, but like the people who write like their long Instagram captions, I think actually nobody reads those. Like not even 3%. Like if you're The Rock, okay. But if you're just some guy with like a New York fitted hat on and abs, and you're like, hey, the second you get into your third or fourth sentence, hey, see ya. Gagunk. Dude, you're not, no, you're doing it free. That's jizzing. You're jizzing on social media. You're going, that's what you're doing. Nobody wants that on them. You want jizz on you? No. You don't want jizz on you. You want unsolicited jizz on you? No. So you're not reading it. You're not reading it unless you want unsolicited jizz on you. The only reason why anybody would read any of those captions all the way through is if you actually wanted to be in a Subway or in a car and fuck it, or in a Kinko's or a Costco, and somebody to come up to you and spray some unsolicited jizz on you. That's exactly what it is. You want some unsolicited jizz on you? No. And I know people are like, you know, some people might listen to what I just said and be like, well, that makes no sense. Well, you guys aren't invited to my log cabin, dude. And I swear to God, man, I'm making sense here. I'm making fucking sense. If you read those long Instagram captions from a guy with a New York fitted hat on and abs, then you want unsolicited jizz on you. You want more. You are the kind of guy who wants unsolicited jizz on them more than a regular person. I'll tell you that much. It's what it is, man. It's what it is, dog. It's what it is. How about when a guy can't... Well, how about... Dude, this guy hit on me at my gym. And I was in the locker room. And he was like, hey, man, what'd you work out today? And I was like, I worked out my shoulders and my back. And he was like, cool, man. It's so tiring. I was like, yeah. And I wasn't really looking at him. And then I caught at the corner of his eye. out of a corner of my eye, his dong was in full view. He was completely naked. He's completely naked, dude. His fucking pigeon was out, you know? And he had so many pubes, too. It looked like his dick was hiding. It looked like his dick was in Vietnam. You ever see somebody with such fierce pubes that it looks like his dick was in Vietnam? Dude, you ever fucking see a guy who's fucking... How about, dude, if your pubes are longer than your fucking dick? What? Those aren't pubes, those are banana leaves, dude. You're in Vietnam. You're in Nam. Dude, anytime I see a guy whose pubes are longer than his fucking dick, I want to be like, oh, dude, you're in Nam. Anyway, he was like, so, and this guy's dick was so in Vietnam, dude. He was like, hey, man, so what'd you work out? And I was like, shoulders and back. And he was like, and that was when I noticed his dick was in Vietnam. And I was like, oh, shit. And then... And so he was like, and I was like, ah, cool. He's like, oh, so it was like, you got a busy weekend? Or, oh, that's what he said. And I was like, yeah, I'm just working. You know, I don't want to be like, I have shows, because then he'd be like, oh, what are you, a magician? Can you make my dick appear more? And then I was like, yeah. So I was working. He's like, oh, that's cool. Well, whatever, you know? And I was like, well, it's so hard to not ask the question back. I was like, well, what do you got going on? Which basically means, hey, I want to fucking suck your cock. In the locker room. Cock in the locker room. And so, I want to suck your cock in the locker room. Gay Eminem. Is your dick in Vietnam? Is your dick in Vietnam? Because if it is, I can see it bomb. I can see your dick bomb in Vietnam. You get banana leaf, panel leaf, Pamela leaf. So he's like, I was like, so what do you got going on? He's like, I think I'm going to do a hike later at Griffith. It's like, I was like, oh yeah, I hear the hikes are fucking awesome over there. Basically just fucking, I might as well just bent over. I'm having a full-on conversation with this guy. And, well, whatever, I don't give a fuck. Who cares even? And then I was like, yeah, you want to, I was like, yeah. I was like, you want to go get a drink sometime? No. I was like, so, that's cool. I hear those hikes are nice. And I mean, Jesus Christ. I'm fucking hitting back on this guy. And this guy's like, yeah, cool. And then I was like, all right, see you, bro. And that's it. I got out there without getting fucked or putting a cock in my mouth. And, anyway, so... But I was one time I was in that locker room, and I was with my Irish buddy who I got a guest pass for, and this other guy was in the locker room, and we started all talking and shit. It's cool how much mucus I have today, and he says, the guy says. Something about, oh, are you guys brothers? Because we look alike, I guess, to idiots, because we don't really look alike. It's just we both have long hair. And he says, and my fucking my Irish buddy Mark is like, oh, yeah, but I'm better looking, huh? And I'm like, okay, we're in a gym in West Hollywood. Don't say that. And then the guy goes like this. And the guy goes like this. How about guys who do this? This is the best. This is actually the most closeted gay thing you can do. He says, oh, man, I can't tell if a guy's attractive or not, man. He's like, I don't know if a guy's good looking or not. Guys say that. Like, guys say, there are guys that are like, oh, I can't tell if a guy's good looking or not. What? You got eyes, right? That's the most closeted thing you can say, I think. You know? Because it's like, you know, oh, you got eyes. Can you tell if a car looks nice or not? Is it got dents in it? And is it got paint chipping? It's ugly. Does the guy have a big bulbous nose and does he sweat a lot and is he balding? It's ugly. Does he have fucking abs and blue eyes of steel and a fucking jawline and a fucking full head of hair? And is he 29? It's good looking. Doesn't mean you got to fuck him. It's so weird that people are like, he's like, I can only tell if chicks are good looking, man. Like, oh yeah, really cool, man. Oh, cool, dude. You're the man. Hey, dude, you're the man. And then after we got out of the locker room, I was like, hey, man, that was cool how you were trying to fuck that guy. And he said, oh, what are you talking about? And I said, oh, well, you asked him who was better looking, me or you, in the locker room. That's fucking in a gym in West Hollywood. He's like, oh, I didn't even realize it. Oh, yeah, that's what makes you fucking dumb. Drive by. Dude, come on. And but it's a lot of gay shit going on in that locker room. But it's like whatever. I haven't noticed much hanky panky in that locker room though. I think, like, what's crazy is, like, you know what, I saw that Sacha Baron Cohen thing, like, which is fucking amazing. Of course, that guy's just great. And Who is America? And the guy on it, really liberal who apologizes for being a cisgender white male, the character he plays, goes and has dinner with this Republican couple. And the guy is obviously gay, but he doesn't know it or doesn't admit it or whatever the fuck, And I was thinking about guys who like are closeted and shit, and like, or guys who know they're gay but are like hiding from it, or guys who don't know they're, because there's people who don't know they're gay. There's guys who don't know they're gay that are gay, and look, that's a real shame. That sucks because it's all. The society we live in is still unaccepting to not in fucking WeHo, but like, you go to Nebraska or fucking wherever, people are like, nah, that's not how it is, it's not how God intended it to be. You don't put a dick in a man's butt and come in it. You do not do that. That's for exit. That's for exiting. Okay. So, but the guy was obviously gay, just because of how he was gay he was being. He was like, I do the laundry most of the time because I like doing the traditionally female housework. And anyway, but he was married to this girl. But I was thinking about how, like, there are definitely some guys that are... Like there are the guys that are like, look, I'm gay. I don't want anybody to know. I'm going to get married and have kids. I don't need that fucking drama in my life where people are like attacking me and shit like that. Fine, I understand. But there are the guys too that convince themselves that they are not gay, even though they are gay, which is another level of it, which is wild to me because, there's definitely those guys out there that are like, I am married and I am with a girl that I don't really find that attractive, but I wanted to have a family. She's not a model, couldn't get a model. Models are beautiful, But like, if you're a guy and you've been with a girl that is very pretty, but you're not like sexually charged by her, like, I've been in those situations where I've dated girls where they're beautiful, but I didn't want to rip their clothes off. But in my head, I'm like, you know what? That's not the most important thing, right? The most important thing is is not necessarily sex, which now I actually have come out on the other side of. I think that sex is arguably the most important thing in a relationship, but among other things. But I you think of how you hear people say, oh, you got to marry your best friend, which is a bunch of horse shit, I think. That drives me nuts when people are like, I get to marry my best friend, or like, I married my best friend. Oh, God. Cool. Work for Hallmark. See ya. Write some fucking cards with some blurry candle pics and then golden writing over it. And so it's like a level of that where it's like, we've all been with, well, maybe we have not all been with, but some of us have been with the girls that, and you hear girls talk about it all the time, like, well, he checks all the boxes, he's really handsome, but you don't want to fucking fuck him, right? He's just like a provider or some shit. So guys do that too. And I know because I've done that. I've dated girls that I didn't want to like viscerally destroy them in a sexual way. And so I think that there are these guys that have that mindset that are like, oh, I don't want to tear these girls' clothes off. But there are those Victoria's Secret models, say, or Swimsuit Illustrated, Sports Illustrated models. And those women are very beautiful. I'm never going to get those beautiful women. But so I settled with my wife or whatever. And they look at those Sports Illustrated swimsuit models and they're like, beautiful girl. But they don't viscerally want to fuck those girls either. So they do want to, like, they do see guys and they're like, oh, I'd like to fuck that guy, right? But they bury that into thinking like, oh, well, that's all guys are like that. That's not gay. That's just like a thing guys are like. And they convince themselves that like, oh, guys are like that. But the gay thing would be to act on it, right? And there are guys like that just lie to themselves and are in marriages and have families and that think that it's not gay to want to fuck a guy. And that's so fucking, that sucks, Like to live that lie sucks. And it sucks that people feel, they don't even get to the point where they're like, oh, I can't come out of the closet. And anyway, my whole point is, that's who I think Mike Pence is. Like, that's my whole point. Because that's why he has all those, that's why he's against homosexuality and shit, because he's like, oh, I got to prove it to myself that I'm not gay. And that's it. And I want you to write that whole thing on my tombstone. God. I don't want to ruin it, but Mark Maron has the funniest fucking bit on Mike Pence right now. It's so fucking funny. So look, here we go. MeUndies. Oh, good. I like talking about MeUndies because it's a product I care about. You've heard me talk about them before. They're the fun, comfy undies that feel as good as they look. I've got so many pair. That's all I wear. To those of you who haven't tried them yet, listen up. You can get incredible underwear sent to your door with MeUndies, meaning no more hunting around for the perfect pair at a crowded store and eventually settling for good enough. MeUndies are made with sustainably sourced material from beechwood trees. Their naturally soft fiber makes a fabric that won't sag down or ride up. Trust me, once you put on a pair, you'll never want to take them off. They are truly amazing, and this is Crystalia who says it. I like them. They have regular plain colors. They have vibrant colors. They have just gray ones if you want gray ones. They have ones with avocados on them. They have ones that are colorful. They have ones for Pride. For Pride Week, they sent me ones. I wear them all. I love them. I work out in them. I wear them for my lifestyle. They're great. I'm telling you, they're great. If you're not sure still, okay, well, MeUndies has a deal for my listeners. First-time purchasers get 20% off their first pair of MeUndies and free shipping. That's 20% off plus free shipping. And a guarantee that you and your MeUndies will be very happy together. Get your butt over to MeUndies.com and treat yourself. To get your 20% off your first pair, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/congrats. That's MeUndies.com/congrats. Here's another product I think is very cool. We all have great photos on our phone. Birthdays, graduations, weddings. But what happens to them? Most of us, including me, even the best photos, they never make it off of our phones. I've got 8,000 photos in my phone. in my phone. And let's be honest, some of those photos deserve more than a Facebook post or an email. It's true. And a lot of them just wind up staying in your phone. Some photos should be where you can see them every day. Keepsake Frames is the easiest way to frame photos from your phone in seconds, whether you're doing some home decorating or looking for a thoughtful personal gift. It's easy. You download the Keepsake Frames app, upload a photo, and choose a frame. Every Keepsake frame has a handmade in the USA from highly quality materials. They even have canvas options. Okay? Now through July 4th, they are offering an incredible deal for our listeners, 30% off your first order when you use promo code CONGRATS. Download the Keepsake Frames app and get 30% off plus free shipping when you use promo code CONGRATS. That's 30% off with the Keepsake Frames app, promo code CONGRATS. So go check it out. Square Cash. If you haven't heard, we're switching to the Cash app. By now, it's the number one ranked app in finance and lets you do the most with your money. Whether you want to pay people back, buy and sell Bitcoin, deposit your paycheck right into the app, or order a free custom cash card to spend anywhere you like. Now, the Cash Card is more powerful than ever with Cash App's latest feature, Cash Boost. The Cash Card's Boost lets you get instant discounts every time you swipe your card. Right now, you can get $1 off every purchase you make at coffee shops across the country when you pay with your Cash Card. And you know what? It doesn't stop there. I see discounts like 15% off at Chipotle, Shake Shack, and more. They're rolling out new boosts for the Cash Card constantly, so follow at Cash App on Twitter and Cash App on Instagram to find out what boosts are next. To get boosted, download the Cash App and get your free Cash Card and select your boost. And of course, when you download the Cash App and enter rewards code CONGRATS, $5 goes to you and $5 goes to Time's Up Legal Defense Fund. Download the free Cash App for iOS or Android now. Had a lot of clapbacks this past week, and you know what I did this week that I did this week at what do you call it? Is I went on a hike, and you know, I always liked going to the gym or like doing jujitsu or working out at my house because it felt fun and it was just it was efficient. You know what I'm talking about? But my buddy was trying to get me to go on this hike, so I was like, all right, if we all go, we got 5 guys. I said, I'll go. And we went to do a hike, and it was like one of these it was like a 90-degree day. I think it was over that, but I was like, fuck it, who gives a shit? We'll do it. And I had my fucking shorts on, dude. I had my shirt on. I was like, I'll probably take it off, get some color, do the hike. And we did this hike, man. We did the easy run first. There's like 3 of them. And then my opener, Mike, was like, we're going to do all 3. And I was like, we'll see, you know? So we did the easy one, and I was like, let's just do the hardest one, and then that'll be it. So we did the easy one. It was tough. I ran it a lot. I ran almost the whole way. You know, jog, not fucking sprinting or anything. It's tough. And then I did the hard one, which is like, dude, hiking is very hard, okay? Now, I work out every day, nearly every single day. If I'm traveling, I can't or whatever. So my body was real sore, and I was like, I'm going to take a hike, though, because it's my off day. Now, it was brutal, this hike. We were. I mean, you almost had to use your hands. Like, it was like we were like rock climbing up this fucking mountain and shit. And I was sweating hard, obviously, but it was good. You know, we were getting a workout, and I was like, I'll do leg day maybe the next day. And there was no fucking way I was going to be doing leg day the next day. Your boy does leg day. I know he's got thin legs. I work out legs more than I work out fucking anything. I don't know why it's happening, why I still have skinny legs. But anyway, we did this hike, and I was thinking, I kept thinking afterwards, first of all, No, first of all. I kept thinking afterwards is how lazy and fucking fat we are. Like, we're so lazy, so fat. We have cars where we go everywhere. And we don't even want to, like I told you about I mean, dude, I was in Oklahoma, fat fucks everywhere. And I told you about the girl that was like, I don't want to walk to the elevator. Dude, this is how it was. Hiking wasn't hiking thousands of years ago. You know what hiking was? Walking. Hiking was getting to where you're going. It wasn't a fucking exercise. It wasn't a leisurely activity. It was the way. There were no cars. You had to go get your food. You had to go hunt. You had to go find your fucking food. And you had to do it on terrain. There were no paved anything. There was no gradual incline. There were steps on rocks. There were the fucking steps where you had to step up and then put your hand on your knee and go and walk up. And that was every step. I can't stop thinking about how it used to be like that, how much we don't do that now. And I'm an active person. I'm a very active person. And this was hard for me. Imagine how fucking, we don't have to, but this is how fat and how lazy and how fucked we are. Not only that, we're eating mostly bad food. I mean, we had to eat sugar because, like, you know, from fruit, by the way, not from fucking Smarties and candy corns. We had to eat from fruit because we didn't know when our next meal was going to happen. That's why we needed sugar, because it would pack on our fucking fat. And then go find the shit we were going to eat. We didn't drive down to the fucking Gelson's. And this was every day. Imagine how fit everybody was. And then you had to move. If you wanted to move, you were taking everything. You were fucking packing up and taking everything, dude. We are fucking... And then I'm like, how does our life expectancy get higher and higher? It's because of the medicine, I guess. That's got to be why. Otherwise, I mean, that's dude, we're eating... I have been eating... The past 7 days, I ate no sugar. The only carbs I had were brown rice every now and then. All I ate were fucking plants and meat. And it felt good, you know? And yesterday it was my cheat day, and I was like, I want to see if I eat whatever the fuck I want, how I feel. So I did. I ate tacos. They weren't that bad. They were just like, there were eggs in them and shit. And the corn tortilla fucking... not shell. It wasn't. It was just like the soft one, and then I had Chinese food, which is horrible for you. And then after late at night, I had fucking 2 burgers and a milkshake, and I was like, I'm gonna kill it. I want to do this because I want to see how I feel the next day. Oh, and I woke up. And I feel awful. I woke up. I did the thing where, like, you know, when you almost throw up and when you're walking, and you feel nauseous. I had to stop. That's how nauseous I was. I was like, I got to stop and concentrate everything on not throwing up. I can't walk. If I take another step, I'll blow chunks. So back to the fucking plant shit, man. And a little bit of meat and some brown rice. Because the more I get older, I think about how horrible it is what we fucking eat. And I'm not telling anybody to fucking... You do whatever the fuck you want. Eat whatever the fuck you want. But you can get... You know what? You can get cans. Eat whatever you want. Don't be shocked when you get cans. Yeah, it sucks. I stopped drinking Coca-Cola and any kind of sugar, like soda, because I read an article once years ago, and it was about an article about Coca-Cola, and they were like, they were like trying to figure out how to sell more Coke, and the CEO or whatever the fuck, the guy in charge, I don't know if it was the actual CEO, but he was like, they weren't like, we need to figure out how to sell more Coke. They literally said, we need to figure out how to get more Coke into people. And I was like, wow, that really was so disgusting to me that I was like, I gotta not drink this shit. They don't want to they aren't looking at it like selling more product. They're looking at it like to get more of the Coke into the people. Huh. Gross. Weak containers? It was so gross to me. I stopped drinking Coke there. And I was like, maybe I'll drink Diet Coke and I'll try to fucking... Diet Coke sucks, dude. Diet any soda sucks. People like it better than regular Coke. Those people you can't try. You know what? Those people are communists, deep down. I can't fucking believe somebody would rather drink a diet soda than a soda. That's so gross. It's so chemical, and it tastes chemical. And I tried to do it because I hear that people love it, and I was like, dude, this sucks. I stopped drinking that, and I just drink club soda, water, and coffee. That's all I drink. I had a milkshake yesterday, but that's it. Anyway, this is boring, dude. Just talking about hiking. Who am I? Talking about hiking and what I eat. Like I'm some fucking educational podcast. Fuck that. This is the most educational podcast you can get. Congratulations. What else did I do this week? What else did I do then? But I was hiking. You know what else You know what else is weird about the hiking thing? Like we were running, a lot of us. There were 5 of us. Oh, fucking fuck! My skin got caught on this fucking leather. Fuck. And it burned it. So we were running, and I was like keeping a steady pace, and sometimes the guys would go faster than me, and then they'd stop running, and then I'd keep my steady pace, and I'd get ahead of them, and then they'd run. This is what is weird being a guy. If I am at a steady pace, and I'm catching up to somebody, this is how stupid I am. I'm like, I gotta beat that guy. Or if I'm at a steady pace and they're gaining on me, I'm like, I got to pick up my pace. That's my first thought. Okay? Now, I think that every guy kind of feels that way. You got to feel that. This is for the girls. I'm telling girls right now how it is. Okay? Because you're a girl. You don't know what it's like to think like a guy. Okay? So, this is that. So they get up to, like Craig. Well, I was my buddy Craig. He was gaining on me, and I was like, I can't let him beat me. And then I'm like, and then I immediately think, because I'm not a fucking idiot, I think, wait, hold on. It literally doesn't matter at all if I beat him or not. So just keep my steady pace. But I have to like control my thinking and think, just keep my steady pace. I don't need to be in. This is like all going on in my fucking head. I don't need to beat him. I don't need to prove anything to anybody. I'm literally just jogging. Who gives a fuck? I'm doing this for me and my health, and I'm out here having a good time. This is me thinking while I'm jogging, okay? On a fucking leisurely, on a recreational activity, all right? This isn't the Olympics. Every time I passed somebody or was passed, one of my buddies, I think, I gotta fucking... The first thought was, no, can't let him do it. And then I think, no, fuck that. It's just so dumb. The dumbest fucking thing. Like, why do I, as a guy, need to beat Craig to the fence? Like, what the fuck is it about a guy? But that's what makes us move society forward. That's why we build walls. That's why we fucking invent stuff. Isn't that crazy? That fucking thought that a guy has, that maybe girls who are top athletes have, but that is not a female thought, I feel like. Like a male thought of, I can't let that guy beat me. I got to be better than that guy. Like even me, who doesn't give a fuck about that kind of stuff, and I don't. I have to think like, okay, dude, calm down. You don't need to beat this guy to the fucking fence. Like a bitch. I'm a bitch. We're a bitch to our thoughts. We're bitches to our fucking, what do you call that? Not lineage, but like fucking, what's the word? Whatever it is. Evolution or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Who cares? You know what I'm talking about, right? Wow. Did you do the In My Feelings challenge? I hate how everything's a challenge, dude. It's not a challenge. You're just dancing. I wanted to do one where but I didn't know how to. I should have had fucking my producer make it, but where I was like in the car and the music started playing and I was like, all right, here we go. And then I was like, no, you got to slow down. And they were doing it too fast. And then I step out and then it cuts to like stock footage of a guy falling out of a car and like maybe getting run over while the music still was going. Kiki, do you love me? Why does everyone love that? What is that about that? I don't get it. I don't get why things, and I like it. I like the song fine. But what is it about that part that made everyone go crazy? It's so weird, right? I don't like any challenges. Any of the challenges. I did a joke of the mannequin challenge, and that was, I thought, the best mannequin challenge. Black Beatles, me and Paul McCartney related. That's not how it goes, huh? It's not how relation goes. Kiki, do you love me? Drake is so good at doing those things that people just want to fucking say. I'm going to do one. I'm going to do a Kiki challenge. Sold guy. In My Feelings challenge. I don't like how people are like getting out of the car and like doing it. Like I want somebody to get hit. Is that bad? I want somebody to get fucking, I want somebody to, somebody out there has twisted their ankle so fucking hard in the fucking Kiki challenge and they're just like, ah. I would love to see that one. That's my favorite Kiki challenge. Sold guy to call it Kiki challenge. I don't know what else to talk about. We're on the phone, guys. Do you like that? I forgot I was doing a podcast and I'm just talking right now. It's actually, I'm excited. Did you see that Sacha Baron Cohen thing? That was amazing, dude. I don't want to ruin it, but the characters that he does are so fucking good. You know what makes him so good? This is the fucking thing that made me think about how like he's so much better at this kind of shit than anybody. When he talks to that guy, it's the whole beginning of the whole gun commercial that they're trying to do to sell guns to children or like whatever, to arm children. And when the guy says, "You want me to say on camera," like he's being incredulous, he's like, "You want me to say on camera that I'm in support of giving toddlers guns, right?" And then anybody at that moment that was doing it would come up with some bullshit or this like long-winded like thing where it's like, well, it's not about that. I'd like to, anybody who's trying to trick somebody with that. And Sacha Baron Cohen just says, yes, which is so good because it's so what the character would do because the character doesn't think that that's wrong, right? But everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people who were trying to do that would let their character slip and be like, I understand it sounds ridiculous or whatever the fuck, but he's just like, well, yes, of course. Like, that is what I want because that's what's normal in Israel, right, is what he's pretending. It was so fucking funny that he just said, yes. Like, that's so fucking good. He's the best at that. That shit is unbelievable. And you know how people are like, so I saw that shit, and obviously the Republicans got it the worst, What's his name didn't look so bad on it, Bernie, because he is like, I mean, he treated it like any normal person would be like, yo, this guy's a fucking idiot. But it was trying to be like sensitive. It was really sweet, actually. But the Republican guys at the end were just like, that guy, what's his name? The fucking guy who was like the brunt of it. I don't know, but he was like Joe Walsh, right? He was just like, oh, he got me. Like, no, you said, dude, we should arm 3-year-olds. You said kindergartners or whatever the fuck it was. Turn kindergartners into kindergartners or whatever the fuck he said. But, like, you said that. And then he was like, oh, no, he got me. No, you said that, though. And a lot of people are like, well, if you saw that, if you were there, though, and you got tricked, you wouldn't know how you reacted. No, I don't fucking buy that. I get our brains are only our brains, and our brains are only what happened to us. And the only thing we are who our brains and what has happened to our brains. But still, no, there is no fucking way any person who is a real person who isn't a piece of shit would not say that. Or would say that. Any person who's not a piece of shit would say that. You know what I'm trying to fucking say. But that's just like, to give kindergartners guns? Dude, and to read from a teleprompter, it doesn't matter. I would turn around and say, you want me to say this fucking shit? Are you out of your mind? These guys, and you know, I was talking to somebody and they were like, yeah, but bro, they're doing these interviews all day. They're not thinking, no, fuck that. It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. Even more so, to my point. If you're doing all of those all day long, you have to be on your vigilance even more so. Dude, that's crazy what they were doing. And here's the other thing, too. That was the most eye-opening, jaw-dropping shit about our country in this time, in the what's happening to this world and in our country specifically. That was the most jaw-dropping and eye-opening thing that has happened, I think, period. The most alarming thing when it comes to gun control, and nothing's going to change, dude. Nothing will change. Because the people who want the guns out there are going to look at that and be like, oh, yeah, but he fucking tricked him, you know? Nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. And I was talking to my mom about this, and I was like, it sucks because nothing's going to change. And she's like, yeah, but you still have to try. And I guess she's right. That was like, yeah, I guess that's a good point, because it's like, you can't just be like, all right, nothing's going to change, fuck it, because you still have to try. It's like those movies is like, where they're at the end, like almost at the end, we're like, but we still have to try. And it's like, but what's the point? And it's like, because it's who we are. I guess that's true. You know, that whole dying for a cause thing or whatever. You know? I guess you have to fucking have people like that. We don't all need to be like that, but like the really important people have to be like that. Is that how that movie was? Last Samurai? Wildfire's bringing up Last Samurai. Tom Cruise, you know? Tom Cruise, you know? Fucking. Anyway. Yeah, we should do Twitter questions, right? Yeah. Let's do Twitter questions. Pull them up. I didn't watch the ending of Sopranos. This person's asking me. I only saw like the first 4 seasons like an idiot. I gotta watch it. Slammed it, kind of took wind under your sail. Took the wind out of your sail. Crystal Cade Hollandiek. It's a Russian. Hollandiek. Sounds like you've had a handful of hecklers at your show from time to time. I mean, so backtracking at the end of the sentence. Any during an attempt to shoot a special? Oh, no. But the worst is, well, I think the worst, well, I can't say the worst is what the worst is, but like the woos. Like, dude, shut up. It's not about you, man. Woo, that shit. Just stepping on the fucking punchlines and the joke. It's so fucking annoying wooing at a comedy show. I'm not the fucking Diamondbacks, dude. Go woo at a fucking ball game. Woo! It's not about you, dude. You're ruining the show for other people, man. God, that's so annoying. I used to date a girl that hated sounds. She would just be like, I get so annoyed when shit... And I never got it until I fucking woos at a comedy show, man. That's the worst. In the beginning, it's fine. Woo, you come out. Yeah, but dude, I'm not fucking in excess. I'm not fucking Duran Duran, dude. Laugh and don't laugh. That's it. This shit. Ryan DeGregorio. First of all, that last name. At DeGregorio. Spelled it Oreo, though, like the cookie. What do you think about people who say it's their Jordan year when they turn 23? I didn't know people do that, but that's really fucking stupid. That's some shit. That's a guy who double fists at a party who says that and goes like this. Classic, dude. Classic at things that aren't classic. That's so awful. That's so awful, you know. Rape is so awful, but that's bad. What? That's it? So, I don't know. We could wrap this up, though. That was a fun one. So we got to listen before. Well, first of all, no, let me say this before we wrap up. We have a new shirt coming to the store in the next couple days. All right? New merchandise. And we've got the shirt coming. And it's a fucking hot one, dude. It's for Follow the Leader, and it's fucking hot. And I want to wear it, but it's got me on it, so I'm not sure if I'm going to wear it, but I like it a lot. It's a fucking dope shirt. And I'm going to bring them on tour, too, and have people sell them. So be on the lookout for that. Follow the Leader tour. Buy tickets, chrisdelia.com. Wichita, Kansas, Kansas City, Lincoln, Reno, Nevada, Las Vegas, Ottawa, Ontario, London, Ontario, Buffalo, New York, Burlington, Vermont, Philadelphia. These are the next few ones. Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., New York, Montclair, New Jersey. And then we got Oregon and shit like that. But anyway, Houston this weekend. See me in Houston this weekend. Get hot with me, babies. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Download the Chris D'Elia app for iOS or Android now. Square Cash. Check out the new Boost Rewards program. Get the Cash app. Enter rewards code. Congrats. Get $5. Give $5 to Time's Up. Get it for iOS or Android now. Rate and review the show, please. It will be really helpful when you do that on the wherever you listen to it on the audio. Like iTunes would be great. It helps us out, and it gets us one step closer to that fucking illustrious log cabin. Video episodes go up Tuesdays or Wednesdays. Watch my specials. Share them with a friend. And I'm going to be on, I think I'm on the premiere episode. I'm on a bunch of the episodes of this Alone Together TV show, second season, and premieres August 1st. I think I'm on the first one, too. Anyway, thanks, guys. And remember to set it and forget it.
Congratulations.